So in this video we have a little shopping trip to get done today. I've been threatening to go over to see Russel at BLUE BAY AQUATICS to get some filter floss and to get some bicarb of soda. I've been needing both of those. I think my filter floss is getting rolled. I usually buy a mega roll from him. Cheapest chips, lasts for a couple of seasons, so I'm getting lowish on that, so I thought I'd get it while I can get it. Update on how the fish feeding's going as we're coming into spring, because things are changing around me, so I'm having to be careful on what I'm doing there and how the filters are coping with what we're doing with the feeding. And also I've got myself another couple of gadgets I used to have in the past to monitor things like the temperatures in the filter system and in the pond, because I like to see what the variation is, usually about a degree difference, but we'll have a look at those as well. And also a box has arrived. I don't know whether to open the box yet, because it's something that's going in, a little bit of a project I've got going when the covers are off. Don't know yet. We'll have a look and see if I've got time to do that as well. If not, we'll sort something else out. So let's crack on. I don't know, go that this way, that way, down. I'm going to go up one day. Let's get on. So before we do anything today, and the first thing I'm going to be doing every day is doing some water checks. So we're testing the water to see if there's any ammonia spikes, because I've started feeding the fish now. In my previous video I was going through what I do, what I feed the fish, and the levels I put of food that go in, and how I monitor the levels of ammonia. So first of all, we're going to do an ammonia test, because that's the first thing I do in the morning to make sure that I can keep chucking food into the pond. And by the magic of YouTube television, here's one I prepared earlier. So we're still getting the same results. We're still getting this very, very low level of ammonia. Now it should be zero, obviously, but when you think about it, the bacteria in your filter system feeds off ammonia. So if you took ammonia away completely, then your bacteria would start dying because it's got no food. So there has to be a certain level. I mean, people might diss me on that and say, no, it's got to be zero. I kind of do agree, but you know, the bacteria have got to have something to live off. Anyway, your fish are continually making ammonia all the time anyway, whether you're feeding them or not. The little bits of ammonia are coming out. So there we go. We're still at the same level of ammonia. I've not done a nitrite test yet, because as soon as I do a nitrite, in fact, I'll tell you what, I'm going to do one. I'm going to do a nitrite because I've not done one for a while now. I'm not saying a while, maybe a week. I'm going to do a nitrite test to see if there's any levels of nitrite, which means my filters have started working again properly. Let's do one of them. So there we go, a nice light blue into the pocket. Ooh, cold. And we'll go from there. So we'll come back to that in a few moments when it's sorted itself out. Right then, pond temperatures. I've got myself a couple of little gadgets that I've had in the past that I've used to monitor digitally the temperatures in my pond. Now, I bought two of these because I usually put one in the pond and I put the other one in the filter system, sort of give me like an air, see how the difference is between the pond and the filter. So you get these off Amazon. Literally, these are cheap as chips. Aquarium temperature gauge, digital thermometers they're called. These are great because you've got a little probe on the end, and basically into your water, and then nice little line of wire, and then anywhere outside, and it will tell you what the temperature is. And then you press it again, hold, and it turns off. These are great, these are. So I'm going to put this one into the filter system and use that one for the time being. But the reason, don't be fooled by the sun I've got out today at the moment, because over the last few days in the UK, the temperatures have literally plummeted. The last video I did, we were talking air temperature between 11 and 15. Now, at air temperature, give me a second. Right, my outdoor thermometer says 8 degrees, and I've just done this probing in mid-air to see what it says in mid-air. 8.2. 8.1. Is it going to go down again? 8. I mean, when this thing levels out in a second, I'll show you in a minute. 7.9. So in the air temperature, this thermometer is picking up, you know, what the air temperature is. 7.8. You know, the temperatures have gone down drastically over literally a few days. So I've kept my covers on, and I've also put on the window covers come back out again, because I'm trying to keep as much heat. I got the pond up to like 10.3 degrees as per the Kactoily and me gun thermometer thing. I'll see what it is on this in a minute. But yeah, all of a sudden I'm trying to keep what I've got of temperature wise in the pond, because it's a nightmare. The temperature's dropped down, and what I've gained in there, to be honest, I've had to start backing off a little bit with the food, because I'm just making sure that the temperatures are right for me keep putting food in. Because if all of a sudden we get a major loss, you know, I'm still at 7.8 there. It's leveled out at 7.8. Yeah, 7.8 is leveled out at air temperature. Because the covers don't keep the temperature in, they just stop the wind chill. So they do help a little bit, and the cover for the window does definitely help, because I lose a lot of temperature through the glass. So I'm going to get this thing fitted into the filter system. 7.6 now. Right, so there you go, I've lost another half a degree since yesterday, which is a bit of a bummer. 9.2 it's saying in the filter system, and it's usually a little bit higher in the filter system, to be honest. So that probe is picking up all the water as it comes straight into the vortex. That's a bummer. And also, like I say, you can also change them to Fahrenheit. As you saw, it was 48 point something in Fahrenheit if you're from the States or elsewhere that deals in Fahrenheit. So you can pick them up off Amazon. I'll leave a link below in the description of all the tools that I use. If you want to get some from there, you use that link and maybe make a couple of pennies to help towards the channel. Thank you very much. Right then, let's have a look, see how the nitrite test has done. Bing! So yeah, still no nitrite, but again, like I said, there's not a lot of ammonia going in through the system, so you know, one day all of a sudden that'll start showing other colours, which is alright, we can handle that when it happens. Oh, need to go shopping to see Russel. So I'll tell you what, let's go there now. Right, got my filter floss, got my bicarb, time to get back to the pond and get some other stuff done. Back. Right, so, big roll of filter floss, a small bag of bicarbonate of sodium. I don't use a lot of this, to be honest, because the water's quite hard. Quite hard water around in Stoke on Trent, so I don't usually use a lot of this. I just have it in backup just in case I need a sudden use of. And this will probably last me all season. I think the last one I had off him was exactly the same amount, and I've only just finished using it, and that was, God, it was last beginning of last season. You know, season and a half easily. So these are quite good. Some of the deals that he's got going on. Coming into season now, obviously he's really busy as people are starting to buy their treatments and their bicarb of soda and their filter flosses and the food and all that kind of stuff. Just before I left, I said to him, you know, can you still do those 10% discounts of anybody that comes in or orders online? Just mention KoiPondLifestyle in your order, or when you speak to him, mention KoiPondLifestyle, and yeah, he's willing to give you 10% off. And there are other products that he's got that he's willing to do better deals on, you know, more than 10%. And I said, which ones? He said, look, just get him to give me a call about stuff, and I'll see what I can do for him. So he's willing to do some really good deals leading up to the season. So I don't know whether it's good for you to get him in now, because as soon as the season starts, then obviously things will start going up because the demand goes up. Whereas at the moment the demand's sort of, you know, medium as people are starting to get stuff ready for the pond. So I'll leave that with you. But he did say he'll definitely do 10% on products that you purchase on there. But depending on what you order, you know, say to him, look, if I order this, is it more than 10%? He'll say yes or no. What you can't lose. You still get your 10%, but you could win. If he says, oh yeah, sure, for that, I'll do you more than 10%. So I don't know. Ask him the question. He might be able to sort you out. Just a little update on feeding. Now we're coming into spring from my last video. I have backed off a little bit. I think in my last video I said that my pond and my filters, after those little tests we did, can take around about 3 decent handfuls a day. I've now backed off to 2 because of the change in temperatures, and as you see, you know, the temperatures are starting to drop again, and I'm trying to maintain what's in the pond, but it's at 9.2, 9.3 from 10 point something, so it is starting to come down again. So I've backed off a little bit now. You know, I don't want to keep chucking 3 handfuls in and then all of a sudden get a spike of ammonia. So, you know, I'm trying to be a little bit sensible about it and reacting to it if I need to. But it all depends. I mean, the fish, as you can see, you know, they're not ravenous for it. And to be honest, yesterday and first thing this morning, it took them a while to eat the food that was going in. So obviously they're kind of backing off a little bit as well. You know, they were all at the window, quite ravenous the other day, but now they backed off, so I'm backing off as well. Right, box is out, but I've noticed that I can't open it yet. Look, it says I can only open it when the covers are off. Oh, I was hoping to show you that as well, because it's a little project I've got sorted for later on when the covers are off, by all means, can you believe it? So, I'll have to end the video there, no time to do this, I'll have to wait a little bit longer. So if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, share, ding the bell for notifications, to click the like, click the just click the like, but only if you've enjoyed the video. If you haven't, click it anyway. Thanks very much for watching KoiPondLifestyle.